Hello friends, welcome to my kitchen. In a bowl, add 3 tablespoons of Greek yogurt. Thick, creamy, protein-rich, simple, light, and nourishing. Then add 2 tablespoons of mayonnaise, comforting richness that completes even simple meals. 1 teaspoon of Dijon mustard, a small touch that adds a gentle lift. Grate 1 small clove of garlic on a mini grater. Garlic has been part of home cooking for generations, not only for its flavor, but also for supporting immunity and overall strength. Add it to the bowl. Then add 1/2 teaspoon of salt, 1/2 teaspoon of black pepper. Pour in 1 teaspoon of lemon juice, fresh, bright, and balancing. 1 teaspoon of honey, soft sweetness that makes a dish feel cared for. Now, grate about 7 ounces, or 200 grams, of soft cheese. As it falls into the bowl, it creates a thick, creamy base, rich in calcium and protein, something that makes the dish both comforting and satisfying. Friends, I'd be so happy to hear where you're from. Let me know your city, country, and if you're in the US, your state too. Add it in. Mix everything thoroughly until smooth and unified. Take your time. That slow mixing always feels calming, like those quiet kitchen moments when everything comes together without hurry. Set the sauce aside to rest. Now cut about 1 3/4 pounds, or 800 grams, of pork into steaks. That moment when the kitchen slows down a little, and you can almost feel those old, unhurried meals, where nothing fancy was needed, just good ingredients and a bit of care. If you found this video helpful, please consider liking it. It's a simple way to show your support. Now, place them on a board and cover with plastic wrap. Gently pound the meat on both sides. This helps the pork cook more evenly and stay juicy, while preserving its natural richness, giving you a cut that feels substantial and full of the kind of nourishing quality that makes a meal truly fulfilling. If something is unclear in the recipe, just leave a comment, and I'll answer as soon as possible. Season with salt. Then with black pepper. Now rub the spices into each piece slowly, making sure every part is coated. This simple motion, working with your hands, is one of those small rituals that makes cooking feel real and grounding. Turn and repeat on the other side. season with salt. Then with black pepper. Friends, for more content like this, make sure to subscribe and enable notifications so you don't miss any new recipes. Next, grate 5 potatoes. Potatoes are one of those ingredients that have always been at the center of family meals. Simple, filling, and quietly nourishing, naturally rich in potassium, and providing steady, lasting energy that makes any dish feel more grounding and complete. Transfer into a bowl. Now, pour cold water over them. Stir and let them sit for a few minutes. This step helps remove excess starch and makes the texture lighter. Then, drain through a sieve. Squeeze out all the moisture. Take your time. Dry potatoes bake better, becoming soft inside and gently structured, not heavy. Next, take a baking dish. Drizzle a little olive oil. Spread it evenly with a brush. Olive oil adds healthy fats that support the heart while bringing a gentle flavor. Add the potatoes as the first layer. Spread them out evenly, forming a soft base, the kind of layer that already feels comforting before it's even baked. Slice 1 white onion into half rings. That familiar scent always brings back memories of evenings when dinner was slowly coming together. Onions are rich in antioxidants and support immunity. Spread them evenly over the potatoes. Now place the pork pieces on top. Arrange them neatly, almost like placing something important. This is the heart of the dish. Next, spread the sauce over the meat, making sure it covers every piece. Let it settle gently, filling all the spaces. Smooth it out with a spoon. Now, cover with parchment paper. Then foil. Place into the oven and bake at 400 degrees Fahrenheit or 200 degrees Celsius for 40 minutes. Then remove the foil and parchment. Bake for another 20 minutes until the top turns golden and slightly crisp. That color always feels like a sign that everything is ready. Meanwhile, prepare the salad. Thinly shred half a cabbage. Cabbage is rich in fiber and vitamin C, supporting digestion and balance. Lightly squeeze it with your hands. This softens it and releases its juices, just like those simple salads made at home without measuring anything. Place it into a bowl. Cut one cucumber into thin strips. Keeping them even gives a clean, crisp texture. Then transfer it into the bowl, adding a cool, refreshing base. Cut one apple into thin strips. Thinner slices help it blend gently with the other ingredients. Let it fall into the bowl for a soft touch of natural sweetness. Grate 1 carrot. This brings out its juices and natural color. Scatter it over the bowl, adding brightness and a hint of sweetness. Slice 1/2 bell pepper into thin strips. This keeps its crunch light and delicate. Add it in, bringing freshness and a vibrant note. Chop a small bunch of green onions. A finer cut keeps the flavor balanced. Fold them into the bowl for a light, fresh sharpness. Then chop a bunch of parsley just before adding to keep it fragrant. Sprinkle it over the top, finishing everything with a clean herbal lift. Add 1 teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon of sugar, 1/2 teaspoon of black pepper. Pour in 1 tablespoon of apple cider vinegar, 2 tablespoons of olive oil. Mix everything thoroughly, let it sit for a few minutes. The vegetables soften slightly and the flavors come together naturally. Now take the dish out of the oven. The top is golden, the sauce baked into a rich, creamy layer, and everything looks warm and inviting. Place a piece onto a plate. Add a fresh portion of salad beside it. Let's try it. The meat is tender and juicy, the potatoes soft and comforting, and the creamy topping melts into every bite. The fresh salad brings lightness and balance. It's one of those meals that feels complete. Warm, simple, and deeply satisfying. The kind of food that brings everyone to the table without needing a reason. I truly hope this recipe brings warmth, good memories, and a feeling of care into your home. Thank you for cooking with me today, but that's not all. I've a second equally delicious recipe for you. First, take about 2.5 pounds or 1.2 kilograms of pork belly. Using paper towels, gently pat the meat dry. Now, using a sharp knife, make shallow cuts across the pork belly, just like you see in the video. Take your time here. These cuts allow the seasoning and garlic to penetrate deeper into the meat, making every bite more flavorful and juicy. Slow, steady movements make the process easier and safer. Friends, I'd be so happy to hear where you're from. Let me know your city, country, and if season the meat with salt. Then add black pepper. If something is unclear in the recipe, just leave a comment and I'll answer as soon as. Sprinkle in sweet paprika, and ground coriander. Next, finely chop 3 large cloves of garlic. As you chop, that familiar, comforting aroma fills the kitchen. The smell that always seems to pull people closer, asking what's cooking. Garlic is known for supporting immunity and heart health, and it adds a deep, homely flavor to the dish. Liking this video would be appreciated. It's a great way Take half of the chopped garlic, rub it into the cuts together with the spices. Use your hands and work gently but thoroughly. Warm hands help the seasoning spread evenly and sink into the meat, ensuring every piece is well flavored. Now turn the meat over. Carefully cut the pork into large portions, but do not cut all the way through. The meat should stay connected at the bottom. This technique keeps the pork juicy while baking and helps it hold its shape. Season this side also with salt. Then add black pepper, sweet paprika, and ground coriander. Then take the remaining garlic and massage it into the pork. These quiet, repetitive motions are often the most calming part of cooking, moments that bring back memories of learning in the kitchen simply by watching and helping. Next, slice one onion into half rings. Onions soften beautifully in the oven, becoming gently sweet and aromatic. They are also rich in antioxidants and support heart health, which makes them a wonderful base for nourishing family meals. Friends, if you enjoy what you see, subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications for similar recipes in the future. Take half of the onion. Separate it into feathers. Place them carefully between the cuts of the meat. This helps keep the pork moist and adds extra flavor as it bakes. Prepare a baking tray lined with foil. Spread the remaining onion evenly over the foil. This creates a soft, flavorful layer that protects the meat and adds sweetness during baking. Place the seasoned pork on top of the onions. Carefully wrap everything in foil, sealing it well so the juices stay inside. Place the tray in a preheated oven and bake at 350 degrees Fahrenheit or 180 degrees Celsius for 1 hour and 20 minutes. While the meat is baking, let's prepare the mashed potatoes. Place 6 large potatoes into a pot. Cover them with water. Add 1 teaspoon of salt. Cover with a lid and cook until tender. Check the potatoes by piercing one with a knife. If it slides in easily, they're ready. Drain the water completely. Add about 1/4 of a stick or 30 grams of butter to the hot potatoes. Mash them while they're still warm. Warm potatoes absorb butter better and create a smoother, creamier texture. Pour in half a cup or 100 milliliters of milk. Stir gently until smooth. Avoid overmixing to keep the mash light and airy. Finally, chop a small bunch of parsley. It adds freshness, color, and valuable vitamins that support immunity and bone health. add it to the potatoes. Mix gently and set aside, keeping the mash warm. Now, let's prepare the glaze. Cut one orange in half. Squeeze out the juice. Pour it into a saucepan. Add 3 tablespoons of sugar, 30 milliliters of soy sauce, and 1 teaspoon of thyme. Stir everything well. Bring the mixture to a gentle boil and cook for 5 to 7 minutes, stirring occasionally until it thickens slightly. Remove the meat from the oven. Carefully open the foil. Be mindful of the hot steam. Using a brush, generously coat the pork with the orange glaze, making sure it covers all the surfaces. Return the meat to the oven and bake for another 10 minutes at 390 degrees Fahrenheit or 200 degrees Celsius. This final step gives the pork a beautiful color and a glossy, appetizing finish. While the meat finishes baking, slice 2 eggplants into rounds. Take your time and keep the slices even. This helps them cook gently and evenly. Then cut the rounds into long strips, just like we often did in home kitchens, without rushing. Place them in a bowl. Add salt and mix well. Let them rest for 10 minutes. This step removes bitterness and improves texture, a small but important detail. After 10 minutes, gently pat the eggplants dry with paper towels. Heat vegetable oil in a frying pan. Add the eggplants. Fry until golden brown. Frying them slowly allows them to stay soft inside while developing a rich, satisfying flavor. Transfer the eggplants to a bowl. Slice 2 tomatoes into half rings. Take your time with this step. The sound of the knife and the fresh tomato aroma always remind me of calm summer kitchens. Add them to the bowl. Finely chop 1 clove of garlic. Add it to the bowl. Tear mozzarella by hand. Hand-torn cheese keeps a soft, natural texture. Finely chopped parsley. Added it. Season with half a teaspoon of black pepper, half a teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon of lemon juice, and 1 tablespoon of olive oil. Mix gently, allowing all the flavors to come together. Carefully take the meat out of the oven. Now slice the pork gently into portions. The meat is tender, juicy, and beautifully glazed, with deep flavor in every layer. Place a piece onto a warm plate. Add a generous portion of creamy mashed potatoes beside it. Finish the plate with the fresh eggplant salad. This dish is hearty, yet comforting, full of familiar flavors and careful preparation. It's the kind of meal that nourishes the body, calms the mind, and brings everyone together around the table, just like the homemade food many of us grew up with. I truly hope this recipe brings warmth, good memories, and a feeling of care into your home.